I don't know if there's anything Runaway can do here technically. This indicator is like not seen on the ground. It's really garbage. Like I can't see it at all. It's technically there. Like it should be like here or something. But I don't see it at all. So this is actually like, it's pretty hard to judge how good the fight is like going because you don't see it at all, but so I think the play is basically like they don't have a lot of room to do much, so like they lose their members, they like have to contest. The play is to like use Haxa basically. If he can get a combo and like get ult, that's good for him. Sacrifice Janu next to like Diva Bomb because like he can basically go down to 0 HP Diva Bomb, and then hopefully Stitch can get enough energy to get a grab, and that's their win condition basically.
We need to see a big bio grenade. I think that's the best shot at this.
Hoxall's dead. He was playing alone. Cart 4.2 meters away, still inching forward. Self-destruct going to be thrown down. Janu.
Where is Twilight?
We need to see a big bio grenade. I think that's the best shot at this.
He's unable to heal Haxa. Janu gets melted really quickly. I think they're just launching people and like knocking them all over the place, so Twilight actually isn't able to heal them that efficiently. I'm just watching his heal numbers. Like he's hitting heal darts, I guess, but they're getting knocked around a bunch as well, so some aren't hitting.
He drops back in, gets a little bit of shielding. The sound barrier comes out from Slime. Pin looking to be found here by Roar. Not going to get anybody. Falls low, but gets sustained back up. Decay nearly with another Graviton Surge of his own. Now there's no demon to work.
Yeah, that wasn't a lot. Runaway could have done there. Kongdoo actually played that really well with the tanks they had. Let's see. More King of the Hill. Go back.
This map, very difficult to play around that. You can disrupt a lot, and despite the fact that it, I think, could have been viable, it's just too risky. It's not that figured out yet in Korea, and we will see the traditional GOATs mirror here.
Yeah, you're down right now, so need to take every precaution necessary to try to find success. So Runaway not going to be attempting the wrecking ball, the Hammond, whichever side of the fence you're on for that. Shots coming through.
They both played similar defaults. I think Runaway was playing like on a much safer spot because they maybe expected the Pharah, because that's usually what Kongdoo runs, but Haxa definitely greeds here, and you can see how far he walks up. Like, ideally, you want your Brig to like have heal always up, especially in these fights. But you can see he's basically the second person in here, and then with how Stitch positions himself, he basically becomes the front man, and then he gets pinned. Where you can see Youngjin isn't at much ult charge, and he's a little bit further back, but now he's able to actually walk up with his team and keep that sustain. So that was just a bit of a mistake from Haxa, going too aggressively.
You know, I think we can make an argument that Roar has played the riskier Reinhardt, but he's come up with a lot more in terms of charge kills and ult charge throughout this series so far.
Percentage is massive right now. He's at 80% compared to the 33 of Bumper.
I mean, Bumper got zoned out after you lose a member like that. You can't go in, so you're just destined to be behind in charge. Roar, he's going to turn this into another advantage. Charges in first.
Looking for another pin.
Roar might have gotten a bit too overconfident here. Like, he is playing for vision, and they're playing debate here, so basically they're like, Decay is playing to get like energy, and the rest of the members are hiding, so they're trying to line a sight here, so they're trying to keep this area clear, have Roar be the one scouting it, and then you can see how the members are actually lined up, so that as soon as the member is like standing, let's say like right here or something, then they can start to see these members, but then it'll be too late, and they'll try to basically amp speed boost Roar in, and then try to pin against this wall. So it is good play.
Like that, you can't go in, so you're just destined to be behind in
And they try to just bait Decay in and then have him speed in. But they actually did pretty good to have Runaway dodge it.
With it here from Hoxall. Now Surge going to be coming down. Decay tosses that one in, but no one is going to die. Runaway all stay.
I'd say Decay actually has a lot of grabs that kind of are scuffed this series. It probably needs to be like talked about like by him and Roar like during these fights. I know they're like very hectic, but like your win condition is Youngjin and Roar hitting this when it's goats v goats. There's no other win condition because the divas aren't at bombs yet, and they're both using their beams right now for sustain. So like Roar kites right here, and it should be like I'm gonna grab soon or something. Something needs to be said because there's no way Roar pins out here with him like receiving full beam pressure and like the grab going in, because then it basically loses all of its value. And Bumper ends up pinning him away, so the grab gets no value, and then they're basically trying to kite back to the point, and now Stitch has full pressure because he has 100 energy, and then Kongdoo is forced to like reset on the point now. They definitely split too much. Like, there's actually a good window right here where Runaway is alive, and they just go for the same target. Oh, who did they go for on the right? I don't even see him. I don't see a silhouette. Oh, it's Diva. Are you kidding me? Ding doesn't die? Because Ding's right here on the screen. I don't know if it's... He's standing right here. All of Runaway is standing right here, but Youngjin needs to be the priority here, 1,000,000%. And it ends up being the case that they don't get either of them, where Youngjin can definitely be committed because they can speed on him instantly out of here and he's not going to boost away. He doesn't have the same HP at the moment. And there is a bit of miscommunication, I'd say, because Hawksaw goes for the stun, actually hits Youngjin, and then the rest of them end up like turning, trying to go for Ding. But Ding ends up getting to safety and is able to bomb. Then the rest of Runaway is actually getting zoned by this bomb. Youngjin is able to kill... He's standing right here. Oh, that's tragic. Youngjin definitely should have been focused there 100%.
Bumper went for that solo shatter onto Coma because he knew that Stitch wanted to go for a follow-up grab. He knew Sound Barrier could maybe shut that down. He didn't know if it was ready. It was not. It's available now. But the communication is just not always there here for big plays like this, unfortunately. Now Roar has another shatter. He's going to look for a bigger one this time. Yes, he can. Knocks him down.
Yeah, communication was definitely off for that one. So I'd say beat is okay if you're able to like occupy the run or keep him like off the grab, but you can see how he shatters. Then they're trying to beat right after, but the Rhine is in like such a good position that they're able to just instantly follow it up. Like they're getting beamed themselves. They're getting beamed. Runaway is. They're getting beamed. They're sitting in the grab and they're just gonna get cleaved. So you can see how fast the shields just drop off. You probably just want to like insta-kill yourselves so that Roar isn't able to build another shatter instantly.
Already for Kongdoo. They still have another shatter. They have that rally as well.
Kongdoo Panthera is just not going to give Runaway a fight on the point. They're going to fight him either outside here to force their ultimates away from the point, or a big shatter outside.
Tosses it down, finds one. Twilight going to get knocked to the ground. Manages to stay alive, baits away, but Hawksaw going to be eliminated. Self-destruct from John, who finds two.
The bigger
they
bang.
have to get in onto the point. They're getting the back cap at the moment here as it enters into 99%. OT ticks in. Runaway nearly get the flip. Bumper finds two with a fire strike. John, who gets the final kill there on the Decay. And maybe it's a 99% curse for Kongdoo this flip comes in.
I think Kongdoo probably just saves their ults and they don't commit anything because Runaway was overcommitting to just try to win that fight.
Because they knew that if Runaway fought them on the point, that was their best chance to lose it. And even still, Runaway comes up big there with the bigger bang combo. Janu does it again, gets another big explosion. Kongdoo Panthera now finds themselves on the outside, never where you want to be. Rally and speed boost to approach.
Bumper pushing forward, looking to build up for another Earth Shatter here, Roar. He has his on the way, 65% at the moment. Russell takes a hit, throws out for the boop.
So they like pin played in with Bumper, and that's a fine play to do, but you want to make sure that like it's a play that you're going for, like you either tracking the bubble so you can get the one shot, so you get like a squishy, or you're playing so that you get enough value from your Rhine. Like the Rhine gets, how much ult charge does he get? He doesn't, like the pin gets bubbled on his side. And then the problem is Roar is now getting like huge cleave because there's a lot of runaway members standing like right here in the doorway, and so he's getting a lot of cleave. He's getting hard pocketed. Bumper is having to like you having to use all of his resources to get out, but they're ending up just feeding Roar like a lot of ult charge and decay, because they don't end up getting much value from that.
Bumper going to go down. Now two members, Janu trying to tank up, trying to be the beefy member here for the side of Runaway. As that self-destruct, if he needs to make his way back into the mech, but with Coma going down and Ding popped out of the mech, they might just be able to hold this off and wait for Bumper.
I think they were quite lucky that Hacksaw had the armor on all the squishies, so they weren't able to get killed as quickly as they could have been.
Gets the stuns, gets the heals. He's just so great in this moment. Makes everybody stay alive. Does the sustained healing through.
Decay was like supercharging his own ults up there though. He used Grav like 20 seconds ago, and he's been 100 energy, and he's got another one.
But this is his moment to try to flank it. I don't know if they see him.
Barrier is nearly up on both sides. He's gonna come in from the side, but he doesn't get anything. Janu gets it. Defense Matrix denying it away. Kongdoo Panthera, they lose their ace in the
That's
hole.
gotta be a tilter.
It's gonna be out from both sides as they charge in, trying to regain control over the point. Bumper swinging away, looking wildly for that shatter. As it now available, looks for the charge. They're gonna hit each other, both getting knocked to the ground. Zarya's shield in, however, helping to save Roar's life. He'll get pushed back up. Full HP for him. Youngjin going to die. Lumpy falling low, gets hounded down. They find the kill. Stitch picking up the killing blow. Charge comes in, not gonna find the hit. Bumper dangerously low, but they sustain it back up. The overpacks come through. Now it's 99 to 99 for the kills. They're coming in for the side of Runaway. They're turning this ship around, and they're gonna be looking to get the win here on City Center. Insane.
And then all Runaway has to do is to trade up on ultimates, and that's exactly what they do.
Decay has been scuffing a lot of grabs.
Very odd given the recent changes to McCree, but let's see how Runaway pans this one out. It's going to be Diva-less for Panthera again, just like.
Okay, so it looks like they assumed that there was going to be no Pharah with how they positioned, because they positioned out in the open, and then once they see the Pharah, they go to like their set strats, which is basically hiding in a certain area of the map where they won't get like hit by any Pharah rockets.
Did not work last time they tried it.
Right now,
you can see no one can even be hit by the rockets right now.
Sitting back, barrier comes up to help the score.
Hiding, waiting for the point to open.
Defense Matrix denying the rest of it away. So Ding not going to be building up for too much here. It's a smattering of damage, but overall we'll be fine, and Bumper's going to be the first one to go down. For too much here. It's a smattering of damage, but
It doesn't seem like they were ready up for this follow.
so Ding not going to be building up for too much here.
Oh, this is really bad from Stitch, actually.
Defense Matrix.
This is a big misplay from Stitch. There was probably a call for a charge pin, but Stitch looked like he wanted to like have a rotation where he's playing to counter the backline, and so whenever Bumper you see here, he's in a position to like go against Roar, but Stitch is still in a rotation spot, so he isn't actually able to bubble this, and then Bumper ends up just getting isolated. And the problem is like they need to be getting these cooldown things out, like they need to be able to like trade the bubbles and then like sustain and make sure they stay alive and like isolate people. They don't want to end up like having like one member go against one member, both bubbles pop, and then Kongdoo's gonna win every single time because they have Discord.
start posturing forward.
No one can kill Ding now.
Yeah, he is. He's completely unhindered right now, so he is going to be fine.
In trades like that, that's when the bar really blows them up because there's just not enough sustained healing in that moment. You're uncontested as the bar. The tanks can stay alive for almost a limited amount of time, and that's when you eventually wear them down and get the capture. So ult advantage goes to Roar and Decay in those longer fights there.
Shatter nearly ready now. Has it off the.
Yeah, they're getting spammed with rockets. It's really hard for them to come in at this point if they don't have some sort of advantage with ults. They should probably be safe rotating as well. They've kind of gotten more lazy in this series where they should be rotating not through here, but take the couple more seconds to rotate the safer spot.
Shatter nearly ready.
I'm looking at Youngjin's positioning. I wonder if he's baiting. He's getting vision right here, like, so they're both getting vision, so it's like the 4-man unit is playing over here, Youngjin is shield peeking, and then Luffy is playing over here. Feels like they're just getting vision, and then it kind of doubles as a bait, so like, does Youngjin show? They probably spot him like right around here, and it's kind of a bait where like, most likely Runaway is going to make the call to go on him, and then there's going to be a barrage setting somewhere up here that's just going to be able to like rain down on him, so. Like once Bumper walks out right here, there should definitely just be a Matrix, but again, Janu is like lagging a bit behind, so Bumper actually just gets insta-killed. It's like two members of Runaway, both Janu and Stitch have made positional mistakes being further behind now. Where Bumper was going for an aggressive play, but his team wasn't able to follow up. That's actually the fight they want. Forcing a fight right here where literally the entire Rhine shield is eating the doorway. There's no spam coming in from anywhere where it's hitting anything but the shield right now. So they're actually going to stay alive for quite a while, and like they're going to counteract a lot of this. Ding and Decay actually aren't doing any damage at all, and Roar, once he pins in, actually is a threat, but they've now survived all the damage. And there's a chance for them to now re-engage, and the two Ryans are very close for each other, so.
Comes down, solo in on a Youngjin. They take him out with the barrage above from Ding. Gets rid of Bumper. Now Janu going to be eliminated. Doesn't get an opportunity to use that self-destruct.
I think the problem they had was Stitch has had like no energy this entire fight. You can see the fight's been going on for a while. He has no cooldowns. He grabs here. They like overcommit to kill Youngjin though, and like that's the only thing. And he's at no bubbles right now, 16 energy, so he has like no damage threat at all on anyone. And he's supposed to be the damage threat. Like he's supposed to be 100 energy and be the other damage threat on this team. And I mean, it's super good diligence from Kongdoo not hitting any of his bubbles.
Yep, there's the McCree. We were talking about it so much. Bumper's just going to use his cooldown here real quick. It's going to be set up for a big push. Breaking these walls so his teammates can rejoin faster. Decay's going to grab.
How hungry are you? Can you eat another one?
Tough to say.
Grab set ready to go. Could just pin it straight onto the sign here.
Look at John who's out of position. This is an opportunity.
Wraps around the side. Trying to work their way in.
They're trying to split them up and like get a grab where it can be in. Ooh, the problem is they can just walk in like that.
Dead as they try to make their way back in onto the point. Janu drops the self-destruct. Youngjin puts up his shield, keeps himself safe. Janu going to remech. Nearly half the flip here. Do Runaway, but now it's Janu all on his lonesome versus Decay. A massive energy Zarya. And he'll just get burned down, gets eliminated out of the mech, gets taken out. Tag back in, Runaway just trying to string this one together. Stun in onto the Brigida.
Yeah, there's no way for Runaway to win that.
He died
I swapped too late.
from blowing everybody up, and the answer has mostly been no for these last two maps. Now we're going to see the most flexible map, of course, with Decay and Youngjin still running their similar comp with Ding on the Pharah, but Runaway running the Stitch McCree. If he can get on the high ground, he can do a lot with this. Does find an angle for now. It's all about protecting him and making sure that he can do consistent damage.
I think I remember watching this, and there must have been some miscommunication on what the play was going to be.
High ground, he can do a lot with this.
Because Kongdoo is running their standard comp.
Find an angle for now. It's all about protecting him and making sure.
Oh no, Jono just tries to go for the boop on Youngjin and just ends up getting stunned. Oh, that fucking sucks.
You're by yourself, bud. When these gets taken down, that's a really great start for Kongdoo.
Jono is not having the series of his life tonight. He's playing aggressively alone and getting punished, and that's causing them a lot of problems.
Ding just trying to poke over the top. Has the Reinhardt playing forward. That's going to occupy the sights of Stitch.
Oh, great concussive blast there.
Boops him in. Smash their way back out, but Bumper. Same cannot be said for him. He goes in a bit too deep. Stitch finds one. This Coma will fall. So now no res, but Stitch gets taken down. Youngjin finds him with a shield bash. Kongdoo Panthera looking great as the fire.
Against this comp, I'm confused what Runaway's game plan is. Maybe it's to isolate the Pharah like in the air, like cause a fight somewhere, and then like force the Pharah to be in a spot where Stitch can like Discord shoot him in the face.
You can see the signs of indecision here as Stitch and Huxall make several swaps. Will be the Pharah and the Widow that they stick with here in the end. This is very difficult to get a Widow into line of sight against this many shields. And Huxall's already dead.
Yep, gets another
Slime
hit.
will follow.
He's looking for Slime. That's going to be the pharmacy completely dismantled. Ding comes up huge. There's so much
Yeah.
fought for them, so much percentage gained. Or goes low in the front line, but
Ding's so good at Pharah. I don't know if you want the isolated 1v1s.
Build up so much of Coma's ult percentage as well in moments like this. This is a trade you want to take as the Rhine.
They're basically, so they're stuffing, so yeah, when Youngjin is standing right here, he's spotting any flanks that are happening. So there's no one who can come through here. If there's any melee fights, that's exactly what the Rhine Zarya comp want, because they're basically eating this area. And then there's no dive potential for like Diva and Monkey to like dive out into like this courtyard area because the pharmacy's flanking, and the Rhine can end up just like holding shield in this choke and then just completely block off the Widow and the Zen from doing any damage. So it's very strange.
top back up. Coma
This isn't what you want
with the pocket.
This is going to build up so much of Coma's ult percentage as well in moments like this. This is a
if you're Runaway. I imagine what they want is like have the pharmacy probably go over main and then look to like have Ding like be baited by it and like go for the 1v1 in the air and then have a chance for Stitch to land a shot in the air where the Rhine can't block.
necessary.
Looking for the shield bash.
They get
the
Bumper.
pin, but doesn't matter.
He's
the fire
alone.
strike takes him down. Bumper's just playing on the side by himself.
Runaway is, I think their mentality may be broken right now. We're seeing too many individual attempted plays get shut down by the one unit that is Kongdoo Panthera. Kongdoo Panthera looks like a fist. Runaway looks like 6 fingers. And Kongdoo is just smashing them every time they step over the
Huxall's
line.
dead again. Slime again under duress.
I think Hoxaw's tilting at this point. He's trying to like flank with the Pharah solo now and touch the point, like force them back. At that point, why aren't you just playing Sombra if you're gonna do that? If you're wanting to take this fight properly, you fight main.
With no tools, nothing in their war chest. Shower misses.
Okay,
It's a good
that's
start.
one. They need an E on a Graviton surge.
Bumper's alone. Bumper's alone.
Yeah, he's in the back. They get the charge through here. Tag in, they get the OT. Graviton's ready to go. Just holding this one. Twilight pops the Transcendence and no.
The problem is if they're not using the fire properly,
Okay.
It's a good start.
there's no damage on the shield at all either. Like by the time
On a Graviton surge.
Runaway is getting any amount of people on the point, it's like 1 or 2 people are kiting back,
Charge through here.
and then
Tag in, they get the OT.
Rhine is just eating up this entire doorway with the shield, and then the Widow and the Zen can't do anything.
Holding